Hello and welcome to the Creative Industries Q&A. My name is Han Colthorpe and I am the Head of Performing and Production Arts. So students who are studying with me are studying either a level 2 or a level 3 in Performing and Production Arts, which includes pathways in acting, dance, musical theatre, or production arts, which is all the technical theatre, all the stuff backstage. So I've got these two lovely strapping gentlemen with me in the Q&A today. Yeah, oh God, where are they, Joe? So if Joe, would you like to introduce yourself first?
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for joining us. My name's Joe Stocking. I am Head of Music and Media. So we have courses from level 1 all the way up to level 4. So we're talking broadcasting, journalism, film and TV, music performance, music technology, electronic music. So quite a vibrant, creative area. Lots going on at any given time. So I'm going to pass you on to Derek.
Hi everybody, my name's Dirk Johnson. I'm Head of Art and Design. Really great to see you all today. And yeah, art and design is a massive area. We've got over 500 students this year. We've got levels 1 right the way through to level 2 and level 3 and foundation, which is a post sort of A-level course. And in all those areas, you can specialise in a whole range of creative disciplines, from straight art and design to interactive media, game design, graphic design, fashion and textiles, fashion media and promotion, architecture, photography, digital arts, visual effects, etc., etc. And the foundation course is general art and design as well. We've got our own purpose-built building, so we're kind of like our own independent art school, and we do fantastic stuff, and our students go on to study at the very highest level at the very highest universities across the country, and then in the creative industries. So yeah, if you come to School of Art and Design, you'll be hopefully really feel part of something, and it's a fantastic environment, and we hope you want to apply by the end of today. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's probably goes for all of us, doesn't it, Joe? We have very collaborative courses, so anything that's creative involves you usually working alongside others, and that's one thing that we do really well, both for Joe in Digital Saint and for us in Conservatoire East. So I've got some questions here, so I'm going to go to Joe first. Joe, what potential careers can students go into from your courses?
Okay, so there's a broad array. I think a lot of students, when they start with us, come in and it's either the most obvious one. So if you play an instrument, you're going to become a performer. If you are interested in making music, you're going to you want to be an artist, and all those careers are certainly valid. But it's very much about, throughout the course, showing the options that are available to the students. So there are hundreds of different roles. So the creative industries are valued about £92 billion, and there are a lot of jobs in there, from runners right the way up to film producers. So there are too many to list in here,
Yeah.
but actually it does very much depend upon what you come in, what skills you come in with, and we work with you and we nurture you, and we find out what your strengths are. We look at the options, we show you all the different jobs that are out there, and we point you in those directions, particularly in year 2. And it's the same with any sort of performing arts or art and design course. Year 2 is really focused on careers development. Obviously, there's no point in doing these courses if there isn't a clear end goal. So I think all of us are really focused on that, and promoting and pushing the creative industries.
Yeah, it's certainly something we really focus on in Conservatoire East. We've got a lot of students doing their UCAS applications, Conservatoires applications, and the applications to individual drama schools. I'm just going to answer a couple of questions that have popped up along the way that are specifically for me, but in amongst all of this. So no, all the places haven't gone on dance. You can still apply it and get on any of our courses at the moment for next year. And also, no, you don't have to have taken drama GCSE. We want students who are enthusiastic, engaged, hardworking, who are going to put the time and the effort in. I actually don't mind if you haven't done drama GCSE. You may just have a real desire to move into this area, but it is about the hard work and the enthusiasm and the engagement. That's what's really important, and to show a little bit of talent or aptitude in the area that you're wishing to study in. Like Joe's just said, for all of our creative industries, we focus a lot on progression and what jobs you can do, and there are so many to list. So it's not just about being an actor, a singer, a dancer, dancer. It's not just about being in theatre, and we all know theatre's not doing very well at the moment due to COVID. However, we have all just spent months and months and months in lockdown watching Netflix, Amazon Prime, Google Play, all of those things. That's what comes out of our areas. So if you're loving your box sets and your films, that all comes out of everything we do. And there are jobs in art and design, music and media, and performing and production arts that all go into things like film and television. So it's not just from the performing side. We also have stage managers, lighting designers, sound engineers, scenic constructors, people who manage sort of costumes and props and things like that. And actually, Joe will be able to tell you a bit more about it, but we had a fantastic collaborative production that all of our areas worked on, which was a short film, Maximus. Derek, you had some students involved in that. What were your students doing to add to a film?
Yeah, so our students were working on the visual effects and the model making, and a lot of the production are production in terms of the costume design and the props and storyboarding as well to plan. So lots of, yeah, and it really was something across all our areas, like what happens in the creative industries. Yeah, just looking down the questions now, I'll pick up on a couple of things. There's a couple of questions here about days of the week. If I sort of talk post-COVID, in terms of hopefully by September 21, some sort of normality will have come back to our world. Our students are 3 days a week, okay? They are full days, so it's 9:15 to 4:15. It's not like it's filled with loads of free study periods. That's solid work in 3 days a week. The expectation is then the other 2 working days a week. One of them we'd expect you as adults to get either a paid job or work experience 1 day a week, and then to be working solidly, get on with your college work at least a day a week. And those students who are really striving for the very highest grades will work evenings, weekends, every minute God sends as well, because they're doing that one subject that they really love, as opposed to at school when you're juggling sort of, I don't know, 50 GCSEs or something. There's also another question here about face-to-face stuff. Yeah, I mean, post-COVID, everything, those 3 days a week is all face-to-face, but we have developed all sorts of online learning methods in these times as well, and I'm sure a lot of those will continue well into the future. And yeah, I mean, that's the way the creative industries work. You know, people in all over the world can all work on one project together from all different countries, and basically within one digital space. And that's very much kind of what our courses are developing, or have developed into, and will in the future. So I think there'll be an increasing amount of that, but it really suits people's lives and cuts down on travel and means that you are working in a sort of professional, grown-up way in your own space. But when you come to college, the atmosphere in the School of Art and Design isn't one of getting on with it. All the lessons are taught. You are taught skills. Everything's kind of delivered firmly. Things are timed. Things are sort of fast, rigorous. So it's not like a sort of turn-up kind of hobby course. Anyone coming to the School of Art and Design, be prepared to be really sort of driven forwards.
Absolutely. There's some questions here that I'm just going to quickly answer about interviewing and how long the courses are. So usually if you're on a level 1 or a level 2, it is a year-long course, so it lasts for 1 year. If you are doing a level 3 course, that lasts for 2 years, so you will have a first year and a second year. All of the creative industries, so all of our courses, are going through the University of the Arts London, so UAL. They are our awarding body, and they are, in my opinion, I think the guys would agree with me, the best awarding body for the creative industries.
Most
because
definitely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everything you do is geared towards industry. So it's not about passing an exam. It's not about writing essays. It is about what is the actual practice that you need to be good at to get to continue training in our industries, and also to get jobs at the other end. One of the things we've got here, Derek, we've got some questions about oh, let's see. Actually, no, let's go to Joe. We've got a question here on electronic music production. So would the course allow you to sign on to labels and produce for mainstream artists?
Yes, so as Hannah and Derek have mentioned, so the courses, all our courses, we teach you, we we give you the tools, we give you the knowledge, we give you experience. Going back to Maximus, our short film collaborative project, it's been working with industry. It's actually just been registered for a short film BAFTA as of Monday of this week. So watch this space. If you go on the PowerPoint, you'll be able to see all the different involvement from all the different areas, because there's a number of links to the examples. It's a professional event, it's a professional thing, and all the students across all the creative industries were involved in that, with the media students particularly sort of getting involved with the planning, the script writing, etc. But again, it's about giving you those opportunities to work with industry, to work with people who are out there on, you know, when they're not working with us, they're on feature films. They're actually working for the BBC. They're doing documentaries, doing films, doing TV, game shows even. So yeah, it's massively vibrant, and I think you'll find if you come here and you meet the staff and you speak to the current students, that because we run these UAL qualifications, it allows us to be quite flexible. So if something comes up like a massive film project or a collaborative project between art and design and performing arts, such as VEX, which we do each year, which is a massive show, we can tailor our assignments and what we teach you to particular projects, and it's very flexible and quite fluid as well. Just going to the question about electronic music again, yeah, so the course would allow you to sign on to labels in the future. What we try and do is approach it in a DIY manner, because actually signing onto record labels isn't necessarily the best way of going out and making money. You can do it yourself. There are ways of doing it, and actually most producers now are releasing music. Our students release music. We have our own record label as well called Digital Saint Records. But actually the money made from music is particularly in film, it's in TV, it's in radio. It's about syncing rights. So anytime you listen to the radio, anytime you listen to watch a film, the music in the background, the composer for that music is making the money. So actually you can, and actually we do have students that go on and they release stuff for labels. They have done that, but actually you can do it yourself. So it's pretty broad on that front. Okay, there's some other questions coming up.
Yeah, I'm just going to quickly go back to something we were talking about earlier, because I think it's important to highlight that every area is different. So regarding your days of the week in, your times, how much of your course is online at the moment, obviously we hope that's not going to be the case for too much longer. It is different for every department. So for example, in performing and production arts, my students are in 100% of the time face to face. So we are doing no online teaching. We've only been able to achieve it because we split ours into small groups. So for example, dance and musical theatre, where you have dance classes in ballet, tap and jazz, you are streamed into 3 levels. So we have beginner, intermediate and advanced. Because of that, we've been able to keep group sizes very small and then socially distanced with masks. Plus every single one of my students has been given a visor, which they wear for any sort of acting classes, singing, vocal ensemble. The only thing we are keeping online at the moment is the one-to-one singing lessons, but we have a special room that you go into and you log on and you speak to the teacher there. But you are in, for performing and production arts, you're in 5 days a week, 9 until 5, Monday to Friday. It is a very, very full-on, full-time course. Part of that is that we include your work-related experience, and we have a public season of events. This involves us doing 9 full-scale productions in a year, so you are in 1 every term. Now that hasn't changed with COVID. All the autumn season's going to be online, so keep an eye on our Facebook page, our public Facebook page, and also keep an eye on our website. So we actually have a separate website that's tagged onto the West Suffolk College website, conservatoireeast.wsc.ac.uk. We will announce everything on our Facebook, our Instagram account as well, and through the website. So please do keep an eye on there, and you'll see how you can access our online shows this term. Okay. So there's another question there, Derek, about how will they be assessed in photography?
Yeah, I've written down some all the questions. I'm going to try and run through these really quickly. So how are you assessed? There is no sat down exams, I don't think, on any of our courses. So there's no kind of, you don't have to go to like a big gymnasium with tables and sit there for 2 hours answering questions. It's all basically assessed as coursework. It's all assignment set. You assess them coursework, which is exactly how it is in industry. In industry, when you do a project, you do not sit an exam at the end of it. You present that work to the client, and then you'll set targets or amendments, which is very much how it is here. So it's very much reflective of that. Grades for the course, you probably need about 4 grade 4s or above, ideally one of them in English and maths to do a level 3 course, probably about 2 grade 4s or above for level 2. Level 1 is a very open course. But we are not fixed with that. If someone really wants to do the course and they've got a great portfolio and they're quite clearly motivated at that level, we will always be, in art and design, I'm sure it's for the other areas, we will always be flexible. We'll always talk to you. We are not a college that says if you have not got these grades, you can't come here. Not at all. We want you to come here. Do you need to have done a course in those things before you come? The answer is no. People who do bricklaying have not done a bricklaying GCSE. People who do hairdressing have not done a hairdressing GCSE. If you want to come and do photography, visual effects, fashion, textiles, art and design, anything, and you have not got a GCSE in it, that is not a problem. Please come and apply. We want motivated people. We want people who are going to come and learn. Sometimes people who think they know it all are the worst students. We want people who come with an open mind and keep to it. Fashion textiles, what you taught on fashion textiles, surface pattern print, you're talking digital for textile skills, you're talking dyeing techniques, you're talking all sorts of sewing, fusing, building techniques. It's fashion and textiles, so you talk about tailoring, you're talking about all sorts of history and contemporary practice and cultural aspects and sustainability, the fashion world, etc., etc. If you want to make fashion and textiles, do fashion textiles. If you want to work in the fashion business and promotion, do fashion, media and promotion, which is very much about promotion and graphics and styling and seasons and all of those things. Yeah, looking down my thing here. Graphics is both very highly digital and also hands-on, typography, layout, print, lots of Adobe software, lots of some sort of bits of animation-y type stuff, some photography as well, lots of layout, lots of design, lots of image. What graphics is basically words and pictures, you know, and that can be on screen, it can be on your phone, it can be printed, it can be on the TV. It's very much about promotion, it's about persuasion, it's about kind of cool stuff. None of our courses are dusty old art school courses. There's no painting bowls of fruit for 10 hours. All modern, cool projects, very much linked in with all the stuff that people who are applying for the course are into, all the stuff that the world buys and consumes. All of our courses have pretty much got a job title. Graphic design, you become a graphic designer. Fashion textiles, you work in the fashion world, which is enormous. Visual effects, animation, you work in those. Architecture, you become an architect. You know, the clues in the question. Okay, so straight away, there shouldn't be any question about what is going to be my career. Your career should pretty much be the title of the course.
Yeah, absolutely, and that kind of goes the same for everything we're doing. It's only I would say, Joe, in your kind of music tech area and in my production arts, where it encompasses so many different job titles.
Yes,
There's so many different things that you can do. I'm just going to address a couple of questions. So there have been some questions on interviews and auditions. So the way we're running things this year, you will get a phone call from a course director to interview you over the phone after you've submitted your application. So submit your application, you'll be sent some stuff to fill in, you fill in that for us, and you will then get a phone call. Now, there are some slight differences, again, depending upon which area you're going for. So yes, you do have to audition for any of the performing arts courses. So it would be an interview for all the technical theatre side of things, but the performing side of things, you absolutely will be auditioning. We did it for late applicants over the summer over video, so it was fairly simple. People just submitted a video to us. A couple of people chose to do it live in this sort of situation, so we set up a Zoom call instead and they performed it live for us on Zoom. But that or a video, but we'll talk to you about that. So we'll give you the phone call, we'll do the interview, we'll have a chat, and then we will wait to receive your audition footage, because we also give you the stuff that you need to prepare. So you don't need to just pluck it out of thin air. We'll tell you exactly what you need to do. We'll give you a selection of monologues to choose from. a selection of songs to choose from if you're musical theatre, and we'll give you the instructions on what's the length of dance and what types of things do we want to see in it. But it is all about your passion and your enthusiasm, is not about what you've necessarily done before. We have students come to us who are now studying, in fact we've got one at the moment who's in the production of Rent at the Hope Mill Theatre, and he's just finished last summer at Arts Educational Schools, which is one of the top drama schools in the country. He studied musical theatre. When he came to us at 16, he had never danced before, and honestly, he would not mind me saying it, the boy had 2 left feet. So we got him trained up in 2 years, and when he went to Arts Ed for his audition, they actually put him in the middle group for dance at musical theatre because he worked so hard. They knew they could get him up. We got him up to a set level in 2 years. They knew they could get him where they needed to be in 3 years. So please don't worry about what you have or haven't done before. It's about what your passion is in. There is a question here, Joe, for you about the difference between music tech and electronic music.
Yes, so music technology is very much focused. So you have 2 pathways within that. So one is the live sound elements. You're doing live sound, you're doing lighting, and actually there was a question further up also about what sort of lighting design do we use, which it's sort of we have a truss system, we have moving lights, we can program everything in advance. In theatre, there's obviously have a full lighting rig there, and it's synced to sound. And I know Han's got some examples. If you look on our website, some amazing stuff going on. And likewise, look at the PowerPoint, because there's some links there, so you can actually see what the lighting system looks like, all synced up. So with music technology, it's very much more about live sound. So using digital desks, you're using stage design, you're putting on high quality professional shows. We've got an amazing selection of equipment that you'll be taught how to use, which would actually allow you to go out and work in industry after the course. A number of the students actually finish and they go off. In fact, most of the crew at the Apex in Bury St Edmunds are ex-students. The other side of the course is the music tech course is studio production. So you'll be using the recording studio, but you will be producing other artists. So you will get local bands in, you get performers off our current courses. We're doing sound design work as well. So there are 2 elements to that. If you compare that to the electronic music course is very focused on composition. So it's about composing for film, for games, for TV, for radio, but also composing in your own style. So producing tracks which get released. And again, if you look on the PowerPoint, you can see the quality of the tracks that students produce. If I go back to some of the questions that were asked about, do you need prior experience? You do need a little bit of prior experience. Obviously, if you play an instrument, then you don't have to have done GCSE music. And actually, we find a lot of students didn't have that option at GCSE for various reasons. But they've had lessons, or perhaps they've been self-taught and they sit at home. Or it might be you sat at home now with your guitar and you're learning songs, you're jamming, you're playing your drums, you're playing the keyboard, etc. But come and see us, because actually some of the best musicians we've had are the ones that have sat there and they're so passionate about it. If you've got that passion, then we can help you take it to the next level. So that's the main difference in a nutshell. I believe we're running out of time, so I'm going to pass on.
Can I dive in just for 1 minute? So I've actually just typed a response to a question about hardware and software. No, we would never build a barrier to any student who didn't have, the highest level of PC or Mac or Adobe software. Obviously, it's great if you have, but no, not at all. You can do any course, and same for cameras and stuff on photography. But we've got fantastic resources on there. Do you need to be good at drawing and art to do film stroke interactive media? No. Please come, please learn, please work hard, get good at those skills. The key thing is to come and get cracking on it. Students who do level 1, I just wanted to say that go on to level 2. Students who do level 2, 99% of them go on to level 3, and 75% of our students who go on to university from our courses. And in terms of, there's always a question about should I do A levels or do these courses? If you're really not sure if you want to do like, you know, four different subjects, you know, history, geography, art and French, do A levels. If you want to focus on one subject and just submerge yourself and love that subject and follow a career in that one subject and study at an even higher level and get a career in it, then please dedicate your life to studying that one subject.
It has to be all or nothing, doesn't it?
It does have to be all or nothing.
It's a
but the
life
other thing that I would say, it does have to be all or nothing, but also come and be with all these other people that want to study that one thing. The buzz around our departments is just tremendous. Our students absolutely love being here. And if you don't believe us, do check out our websites and social media, because a lot of them shout about what they're doing and are really, really proud to be students in any of our 3 areas.
And if you're in doubt, if you're in doubt, sorry, Anne. If you run out of time. If you're in any doubt about whether to apply or not, please apply, because a lot of our courses fill up really early, and just get your foot in the door. Please do an application sort of today. It sounds like I'm doing some sort of charity hotline here, but it's really depressing if people show really early interest in a course and then leave it, thinking that they have, you know, if they apply, they have to come. If you apply, you don't have to come. We want you to come. We really do want you to come, but we really don't want you to miss out on a place. So if you do nothing else today, if you're slightly interested, please go online, please apply, and apply for several courses. Apply for Hans' course, Joe's course, and, you know, 2 of my courses and another else's course, you know, and 10 of that Hans' course. But don't leave it, you know, just get your foot in lots of doors, you know, please do that. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, I think that's just about time for us. So thank you so much for listening to the Creative Industries Q&A.
Thank you very much.
This has been Derek, Joe, and myself, Han. We've really enjoyed talking to you. I hope we've answered all your questions.
Enjoyed it. Yes,
Good. All right. See you soon, guys. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. See ya.